Hi there. Are you a teacher who's struggling with truth and reconciliation? I can help, or I would like to try to help. My name is Ashley, and I am a teacher. I am a curriculum writer. I am a curriculum editor. I am an assessment and curriculum coordinator. I do lots of stuff in education, and I've done it all over the world, particularly in China. I was in China for 10 years. And we did the BC curriculum, and then I helped change it over to a world school curriculum. So while it was BC curriculum, I was introduced in Pro D about truth and reconciliation. And so I started teaching truth and reconciliation in my English classes to my Chinese kids. Now I laugh because obviously it's not relevant to them, right? It's different. However, I learned how to make it relevant to them. And what I did was what we kind of call transitional content. And this is the idea of taking their culture and their way of living and believing and their history and stuff and kind of comparing it and showing how it's similar and different and why it would be relatable or worth thinking about. So I want to just share one strategy that I had done one year and that worked rather well, and that was creation stories. So I would take the creation stories from Canada and the USA and all the tribes that I could have. And like I shouldn't have said Canada and USA to begin with, but that's what they understand, right? And then from there, you go in lower and you're like, okay, look, there's like these tribes, and they can understand that because they have their own tribes in China, right? Like they're smaller villages or whatever. Um, Sorry, off the top of my head, I can't think of the word right now, but they each have like their own culture and dialects, and there's lots, right? There's lots of different cultures in China, even though there is a dominant Chinese culture. Anyways, that's not where I'm going with all of this. I was trying to get to the creation story. So, what I would do is teach them a creation story, and then we would compare what theirs is in China, right? So, very easily you can find this. Sorry, I just realized I'm not sharing my screen. Very easily you can find this on YouTube. I mean, I have resources that I have had for a long time that I used to bring to China with me and like download from Canada while I could before I got onto the Chinese firewall. But yeah, so we would watch, and honestly, I would watch the kids version because my kids were ESL, so it was easier for me, and the language was easier. So it might even be worth it in some of your classes, right? Depending how multicultural they are and what level of English your students are at, and you can have an easier one, like for example, this one's a child one for the Mohawk, and then this one is a little bit more I don't want to say adult. It's not adult, but the language is not as childish. So, you can differentiate in that way. So then again, all the kids in the class are kind of understanding, okay, we're talking about creation stories. Then they can relate it to their own creation stories. Then you can think, pair, share, and they can all share their own culture and their own creation stories. And then everybody can see that we all have like a different history and we all need to come together and like um, we're more alike than we are dissimilar. Like it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's a fun activity and it's a super easy way to do truth and reconciliation without feeling like we're ignoring anybody and also without feeling like you're teaching something you don't know. Because as a white person, like as a French Canadian settler, it's weird for me to be like, hey, let's learn about what these people believe. Because I'm just like the telephone game, right? So what I'm trying to do is just amplify the voice and then be like, hey, did you ever think of this? What do we think of this? And to be honest, the Turtle Island story is just so cute. And like, I didn't see one kid not fall in love with it. It's like, I don't know. And then you can do a literature circle and they can draw their favorite part and they can share vocabulary they don't know. Like it's so easy in English classes. So just, I don't know, have some fun with it. Anyways, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them down below. And I am so happy to share. Like, again, this is my jam. I love teaching. I love being efficient. I love sharing. And I think that's kind of what's missing over here in the North American continent. Like, we're all a bunch of gatekeepers and we all need to make money to survive. So we don't want to share. But like, the more we share everybody together, the better it's going to be, right? Our teachers will be less burnt out, our nurses will be less burnt out, and we'd be less burnt out because we'd stop reinventing the wheel and we would just share. So, anyways, I'm here to share, I'm here to collaborate. I want to blend, 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 blend. I want to truth and reconciliate. So, if that sounds like something you want to do, just like, follow, share, and I will keep liking, following, sharing too. Okay, ciao for now.